Alright, on today's video we're going to talk about the best mountain biking trail in Florida, which is Alafia, however you say it. It is one of the best trails located in a state park on the west coast of Florida near Tampa. And why do you think it's one of the best trails around?
Well, I would say it's because it's filled with different features and there's a good balance between that and the nature aspect.
Yeah.
And there's actually elevation, whereas most trails in Florida are more flat.
Yeah, the only other trail system that has good elevation is Santos, and that trail was actually, it was named like the best trail in Florida for a really long time, and it's still like top 3 for sure, but I think Alafia has taken over its namesake as the best trail in Florida. But yeah, let's talk about why it's so great and review some footage, and we'll discuss some features and different things from a beginner's viewpoint and from somebody who's a little bit more progressive in riding, which is me. Holy, it's packed.
Wow, that parking lot.
Wow, it's not too bad.
Get that spot.
I just don't care. That's a good spot right there. Nah.
So I would say that as an intermediate rider, there was a lot that Alafia offered me. In particular, when we first entered the park and you take the right side of the park, there was a lot of really good trails over there that they had elevation, but there weren't as many hairpin turns and like really steep descents that the other side of the park had. So that was my favorite place. It was so scenic, like very beautiful. We also went, it's winter here in Florida, so I don't know what it's like in the summer, but maybe more swampy. But this time of year, yeah, this time of year is gorgeous. Everything was green. Everything was just flowing.
Yeah, like nothing. Yeah.
This is so pretty.
Right?
I don't want to go through that.
No, you're good. I know.
A little
Nice. So do you think it's worth the drive for people in Florida and out of state even to try out?
I would say yes. If you are looking to do a road trip to come to Florida, definitely plan to go to Alafia and to Santos, and maybe even Graham's Swamp. Like, I don't know. I feel like those are the 3 trails that would be worth it.
All right, we're riding the North Creek side first. Get a little warm up in. A ton of people out here today. The day after Christmas, a lot of people had off, I guess. It's like 50-50, but this is a trail system called the Best of Alafia. So, wow. Look at that. This is beautiful already. Alright, it's my turn to talk a little bit about Alafia and what I think of it as. I would say I'm an intermediate rider upwards to like that higher intermediate level to advanced. And I have a pretty good understanding of riding and what I should be doing versus what I shouldn't be doing. So let's talk about it. I think that the trail system is really great for pretty much all riders. Like I was talking with Cami, beginner riders might want to make sure they stick on the greens and the really simple blues out there, because you don't want to get in people's way. The trail is a lot tighter and more narrow than a lot of the other trails in Florida. There's a lot more technicalities in it, and you could get in trouble or cause trouble to somebody else if you're not aware of your surroundings. So if you are a beginner and you want to ride the trail system out there at Alafia, then just maybe ride the easier trails that are cross-country oriented and look around the trail system and figure out where the features that you can hit, like the North Creek berm that is just built. It's called the Quasi berm. I would not recommend people who are beginners and don't understand like bike control to just go out there and hit that thing, especially if you end up falling and you are in the way of somebody coming down it. God forbid that happens. You could cause a lot of issues for the rider behind you. So there are a lot of features that you could get into troubles if you aren't, if you aren't 100% confident on the bike. So that's my little tidbit about beginner riders out there. It is available and it is accessible for you guys, but just make sure that you're not going on those harder trails and just walking on the trails a lot of the time as opposed to riding them, because it does hinder the people who can ride them a little bit. So let's get into the features out there. On the right side, which is the North Creek side, that is one of the best trail systems I've ridden in Florida, and that is the blue section where there are some blacks and some harder trails, but I think that they primarily made that side very accessible for everyone, and then they sprinkled in some difficult trails to make it so you could gradually increase your performance and then go over to like the Gravitron side, which is the really difficult side. And I will say that Cami wasn't able to ride some of those trails over there, so she sat out some, like she said, and she really enjoyed the North Creek side more.
So high.
Is it awesome though?
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Thank you.
Just take it easy and like come down from it.
It is really flowy. There's a lot of rocky terrain and climbs, but it's all very manageable and easier to ride than the steep stuff over near like Moonscape, and I think it's like Starship or something, I don't know. But I would say that over on that other side, the more advanced side, I hit some features that really scared me and shook me up, like the step down to like really big resi kicker down in like I think it's on Gravitron or Moonscape, I'm not sure, but it was one of the biggest features that I've hit so far, and I didn't have a toe in or anything, I just kind of went for it, and I think that's like the biggest feature that I would just blindly lead myself into. I was confident on it and pretty decent with jumping. I made sure that I was warmed up with my jumps and stuff before I hit that big kicker, but it was pretty scary and I'm glad I did it, but it's better safe than sorry, and we actually had to stop one of our friends from doing it. But aside from that thing, there's a ton of other fun jumps and jump lines over on the other side of the park with the more advanced lines, and we had fun sessioning those as well. So there is something for everyone at this trail, and I really highly recommend it, and it's definitely, in my opinion, the best trail in Florida right now. And I hope that all the trail systems and trail communities around Florida see this progression that they're doing and just try to up their own trail systems. That'd be awesome. But yeah, let's cut to the end of the video and see what
little by little. It is pretty scary, but I want to go full extension. Oh sh. Ooh. Ugh. Yeah, bub.
Dude, I've been waiting on this spot. You're gonna love this, dude. Dude, you send it right off that end.
Oh yeah, that's
Dude, we gotta
should-
roll up to this one.
Yeah.
This is the trail I was talking about with all the jumps and drops. Really?
All right, we're gonna send it. All right.
It's a great trail. It's like Jurassic Park.
That's it.
And there's some dicey areas with a lot of drops and climbs. It was really fun though. What's the name of that first trail?
North Creek,
North Creek. Highly recommend.
best trail in Florida.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Scenery, flow.
Alright, so to sum up the trip to Alafia, if you're expecting to go or want to go, then what do you think the people should know about?
It's a lot of fun. It's really beautiful. It's super challenging at many points.
Yeah.
So be ready for all of it.
Yeah, and make sure that if you have a chance, do it in the winter time. If you are traveling from out of state, try to gauge your travel during the winter season.
Don't come to Florida in the summer.
No, you don't want to. It won't be fun.
You don't want to be near a swamp in the summer.
No, it is very, very brutal in the summer heat, so just try to ride it for the first time. Even if you are Floridian, try to ride it during the winter time and you'll know why. It's just way better and way more fun and pleasant. So that'll wrap up the best trail in Florida video. I hope that you guys agree that it is. If you've ridden Alafia Trail, just let us know what you like the most about it. And what else do you have to say? Anything?
That's all.
Alright, remember what to do. What do you say?
Get out there and create your own adventure.
Alright, spread some positivity. We'll see you on the next one.
Finger guns.